Good morning, everyone. I'm out in my cut flower garden, and the hibiscuses are looking beautiful, except this one. This one's still coming along. This Lysianthus has got buds on them, and I'm anxious to see what they're going to look like. Can't wait. And of course, the purple cone flowers, they're always beautiful. And my little grassy areas, I have decided to make some changes. I'm getting too old to be weeding all the time, so I can some, and if I only had one or two gardens to weed, like this one and the veggie garden, or no, not the veggie garden, I got ideas for that. That's going to be a big transformation out there, and I'll wait. I'll wait to tell you about it when we get our supplies. But I watered last night, and it rained a little bit today, just to make things a little bit wet on top. The grass is wet. We have moles tearing up by my steps here, and it needs de-weeded. Just can't keep up with it all the time. But it's a nice day, and maybe I'll get out and do it. It's been so hot, but this morning it's beautiful. This is going to I'm going to transform this garden too. It gets too weedy, and the weeds are going to be gone next year in this garden and the veggie garden for sure. I'm not too worried about the ones around the tree. Most of those are native plants, and some I've put in there. I am going to take my cactus out of this one and put it up behind the rock at our driveway. I think it's more fitting there, and because it will spread like wildfire when it gets started, and I don't want it all to be cactus in there. And then, of course, I'm going to be looking for a tree. We'll see how that goes. We have other pressing things that we need to do. Put in a septic tank last year, waiting for it to settle, all the ground to settle and everything. And then by the time it settled, my husband got sick and couldn't finish it up and get the dirt back over it. But it's a good thing, because the septic tank, it imploded. So we're getting estimates on what that's going to cost us. So a day in the farmland. Isn't it so beautiful? It is. It is just gorgeous. I could sit and look at it all day long and not get bored. They're doing corn over here, so the horizon won't be that noticeable unless I stand up on the roof. I'm not going to do that. So anyway, we just thought it was full for some reason, and we had someone come out to pump it, our septic tank, and found out that it just collapsed. So who knew it would do that? It had a cage around it and all that, and but it just didn't hold. So this is what it looks like. Fun times. But we'll get through it one way or the other. Everything's kind of dreary, going through the really suffering heat. I topped off my avocado tree, and I thought, well, it's just gonna die. But no, it isn't. It's growing back. So we'll see what happens. Just let it grow. And I still have these rhubarb that I need to give to my friend. And I have a lisianthus here in a pot. Let's go around front. There's more to see. They came and went through put some weed killer on the soybeans. Get rid of the weeds. They should start turning brown soon. My husband needs to still finish this leanway. The marigolds are going crazy, and these are too. I put some seed up front here, but they did just not. I got one over here, but I wanted it to fill out, and it's just not doing it. I don't know why. Same soil, everything. I don't know. So this one is doing really well. I don't see any buds on it yet. No buds yet. It's a hibiscus. It's really pretty. Really pretty. And these are growing up good. The mums, and I got some stalk there. And some coleus, different colors coleus. I just like the way it looks. The geranium is finally starting to grow a little more. Once it does, it'll have a be blooming. These have buds on them, the mums do, and the stalk has blooms. And can't wait to see what it looks like towards harvest time, usually. Usually in the fall, flowers really do well. My geranium is still alive. Or no, begonia. My begonia is still alive. Yep, I came out here yesterday, and I think this bugleweed, that I'm going to let it grow up in between here, all of them. And then these are ground cover too, but I think I'll just put them all at the side, around the side of it, instead of trying to put it in between the steps, because it dies easily. The bugleweed doesn't die that quick. I even have some growing it over there where I thought I got it all. Yep, there's a little piece right there. So, another day of retirement, and we always have something to do, but we're going to see some changes on how I garden real soon. And once I harvest everything out of our garden, our veggie garden, I think I can get more green beans out of it. I hope the Brussels sprouts will grow. And there's onions and carrots that I'm waiting on. And a couple more potato plants. And also, I have cucumbers and tomatoes. And so, yeah, we got to wait till it can be cleared out. And I'm going to cover it in plastic. The marigolds look pretty in there. I went through here last night with my hose because I use my hose to weed because it loosens the dirt and it's easier to pull them out. And these are really hard to pull out if you don't do something like that because they're just, I used to call it Romeo grass, but I can't remember what the real name is. It roams, the roots roam all over the place and they get long. But I do have a bell pepper growing, and my tomatoes, these are cherry tomatoes and they're just not ripening. This one doesn't look like it's going to be really good. When they come out like almost white, they just don't have the color. I just been trying to keep the weeds away from my plant stems in hopes that they'll do okay, but they're just not getting plush and big. And I don't know. The carrots look happy. They're underground and they don't care. And I don't know if we'll get any cabbage. We might. They're folding in. Might get a couple. I may have to take the weed eater in here. I've got a couple potatoes that I need to dig up. Once them die back more. Hopefully. We do have a few potatoes. I'm just tired of doing all this prep, seeding, and seeding my veggies and even my flowers, and just not getting much out of them because of the weeds. The weeds are so tremendous. It's just unreal. See, these are onions. And I pulled the weeds away from them a few days ago. And they just grow right back. So we'll see what we get out of them. That's all we can do. Always looking forward to next year. So, I think some of these up here were better. They look nicer. Yeah, they're getting some bulk on them, and we'll get a few. Even if they're little, no big deal. My beans, I think about had it. I think they're putting on a few beans, but not like normal. They didn't grow up as big. I mean, I fertilized this and everything, just like every other year. And just not doing it this year. We got too much rain. They've been flooded. And they just never really came out of it. But I have a few beans in the freezer. I have about 4 servings. So, well, whatever you get, you get. So, I will tell you about what we're going to do next week. I hope you all having a great day. And I hope your life is wonderful. And we'll see you in the next one. God bless everyone. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.